Yo. What's up, peeps? Boom. Hello. Good morning, peeps. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, folks. Everyone. Hello. Bust up live check-in. If you're new here, I try to do this every school day when I get my kids on the bus. Ever since October 11th, 2023, when I got arrested at this very same bus stop by the State Police Fugitive Units and read my rights at the bottom of my real driveway, where baby Clay was almost murdered a couple months later, October 11th, 2023, by Brian Tully. So yeah, Fanning was at my house. They were all there, bunch of assholes. Anyway, I do this in case they want to arrest me here again. I was really worried they were going to arrest me again. And so I, film myself every day because I wasn't charged with the Brian Albert one at first because he did not live in the Stoughton District Court area. So I wasn't charged with him initially. He lived in Norwood, which would be Dedham District Court. So I was like, oh, they're going to arrest me again for Brian Albert. I know that's coming, but never was. I got indicted for it, but not arrested. Anyway, so yeah, it's become a tradition. But it's only Tuesday? I apologize. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Tuesday. It's 3 days for the Wilbur. 3 more days for the Wilbur. Right? Ooh, I went there yesterday. I've never been there before. I didn't go inside yet. I'm going inside tomorrow, getting the grand tour of the Wilbur. But yeah, man. So excited. It's almost a sellout, guys. Last time, I think we sold 30 something tickets yesterday. So last I checked, it was down to 87 tickets left or something like that. Maybe 88. I forget how many are left exactly, but they're going fast, man. They are going fast. We could get a sellout. It's going to be right down to the wire. Like right down to the wire. If it's a sellout, like that's crazy. I did not think. I thought we'd get like a few hundred people to come to this. That'd be cool, but I can't imagine a sellout of 1,100 seats for little old me. I mean, it's freaking crazy, man. It's crazy. So it's happening. I'm really looking forward to it. Never been in front of that many people like supposed to perform. Well, I have, but virtually. It's just different when it's not on the internet, So they're gonna have increased security because Joel Waldman organized a bunch of online idiots to harass me or harass the Wilbur Theater, right, over this, and they know who they are. They know what they've done, and we'll see. Anyway, so what else? Oh yeah, so maybe I'll try to write about it. I don't know. It's fucking insane. So we're down. Ratchet Madness is down to 2. We have our finals. Voting will continue until Thursday, and we will announce the winner at the Wilbur Show on Friday night with our montage, our One Shining Moment montage. And the finalists are Krusty Panties and the Fake Victim. Krusty Panties, this is her 4th Ratchet Madness that she's been in. She's never made a finals before, which shows you how ratchet the people are that I cover, that she never made a finals. But this is the Fake Victim's first. She was in the Spanky bracket. She never had to go against Spanky because Brian Tully ended up upsetting him. But she's beating Chicken Parm Charlie and Michael Proctor. I mean, that's our hard one. Michael Proctor was last year's runner-up. So, she has all the momentum right now because she has re-entered the arena, whereas Krusty Panties has somewhat disappeared from the Twitch. So, which is, don't get your hopes up. I'm sure she's still thinking about me and plotting about me 24/7. It's all literally her entire life will consist of this till she dies. This is all she does. So anyway, yeah. So the fake victim is back in the news because she has, as you might know, I am suing her for falsely claiming over and over again on Twitter and other platforms she was a rape victim, that I raped her. Or, oh, crap. Raped. I don't want to get that demonetized. So she says I raped her. All right. And obviously that's not true. And it's just an absurd thing that somebody makes up. So I sued her. You can't just, I mean, that's reputational damage. You can't, I'm not going to stand for that. So, especially when it's like done over and over again, other accounts pick it up. And then I'm standing in the media line at the goddamn, to get into court. And Grant Smith Ellis is there calling me a rapist over in front of all these other journalists. And it's like so awkward. I don't say, you might have seen the tapes. I don't say anything back. But that's, you can't just basically call somebody that and then have other people begin to call you that. And it happens in public. You're trying to do your job. It's like embarrassing and awkward. It's just like, you didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. So it's like, that hurts your reputation, obviously. And anyway, so I sued her, and she filed a motion to dismiss that I'm sure Grant wrote, and it was denied. And now she made her triumphant return to the Twitch, followed me, and then apparently unfollowed everyone, and wants to let everybody know there's a big announcement coming. Big announcement. Okay. So apparently the big announcement that they never have said is that she is countersuing both. She's countersuing me and 4 others who are not suing her. So I'm pretty sure you can't countersue people who aren't suing you. You have to file separate lawsuits. But whatever. We're just making it up on the fly anyway. So she's countersuing me for a whole bunch of stuff, defamation, all this other crap, intentional infliction of whatever, emotional harm. They love that one. And so she's coming after me, but she's also suing. And when I saw this, I'm like, you cannot be serious right now. Like, be still my heart. Like, she is suing Tully, Cosgrove, a Medfield police detective named Dylan Haldeman, and Jason Broyles, aka Haley Walbrecht on the Twitch. And so she's suing all of them. The Broyles one is like, she's like obsessed with him because he basically reported on what a scumbag she is on his Twitch account. And like she was anonymous for a while. She ended up figuring out who he was. And now he's whatever. So he's being sued, countersued. So it's stupid. But that one, is different. Like, that one's not gonna. None of these are gonna go anywhere, first of all. But that one is kind of inconsequential for legal purposes. The other ones, though, especially Cosgrove and Tully, have some interesting. Like, think about. I am not a legal scholar, all right, but obviously my lawyers have to be alerted to this because she is suing. I mean, I can't. I was just thinking about this last night. I just laughed so hard, bro. She's suing the special prosecutor in her case, and in all my cases. She's suing him and the lead detective in all my cases. Okay, both of whom, represent her. like her interests. So now she's suing them for various things. And it is now in their best interest to discredit her. I mean, think about that. It is, if you're getting sued by someone, the best thing you can do is discredit them, right? So she has, like, for instance, it is in Bob Cosgrove's best interest now to prove that she's can't be trusted, that she's a liar, whatever, while simultaneously telling the court to believe everything she says about me. How can you go forward? I mean, same with Tully. So how's this going to work? If I'm Bob Cosgrove, I'm out. Like, this is it. I was double dipping. I tried to fuck around with the triple dip. I tried to declare war on Turtle Boy. I thought it'd be a nice, simple First Amendment case. As it turns out, the people that I am advocating for are all douchebags. Like Michael Proctor and Bukaki and Jennifer McCabe and Chris Albert and, oh yeah, fake victim, who takes up like probably 90% of his time and who was not on the original indictments, kind of inserted herself into this because she wants to be famous. And well, she is now, for not for the reasons she hoped, but if I were him, I would just drop. I mean, this is not worth it. Now he's a defendant. He's a defendant in a lawsuit for a woman who he just represented at trial in June for violating the restraining order, and who is like his witness and told the court to trust her, and he like is representing her and said that she's a victim of me and poor her and blah 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 and protect her and has done all this stuff for her. And how does she thank him? She sues him. She's suing Cosgrove. What? And Tully. She's also suing this guy Dylan Haldeman, who is a detective at the Medfield Police Department. Actually wrote about his mother apparently in 2022, maybe. She was one of the rare good guys on Turtle Boy. She was a principal of a school in Boston that was being unfairly attacked by some woke parents or something like that. Look it up, Haldeman. His mom's in there. Anyway, I've met him before because he's the guy that that investigated the wiretapping where she had a camera in the bedroom or whatever. And they seem to agree that it was wiretapping, and they just they said that they've passed it on to the Norfolk County DA's office, and so that means they're not going to do anything about it because Norfolk County DA's office doesn't exactly like me. So anyway, so she's so that guy she's suing because, so here's the deal. I'll probably go over it more tonight on the live show, but she said it's a confidential rape report, she calls it. So we get anything in discovery in my case, any call she's made to the police, any police report she has made to the police about me, we get in discovery. Okay, that's how it works. And so we got some police report where she went to them in like March of 24 and told them for the first time that she was raped by me on October 14th, 2024 or 23. So 5 months prior to that. And this is after I've gotten out of jail. Now, she had many opportunities, if this was what she claims was, to report me for rape. For instance, when it happened the next day, that was an opportunity to do it. She didn't. Instead, she said, can I look at the video? Can I watch the video, please? It's so hot. All that fun stuff. Okay. Little light sexting here and there. And then the the Friday night relationship continued for several weeks, and then baby Clay came along, and we all know how that ended. And next thing you know, she applies for a restraining order against me on Christmas Eve. Okay. Now, the easiest way to get a restraining order against somebody is just say you were raped by them. Any judge will sign that off, like you're a rape victim. She actually has the opportunity on. It's one of the boxes you can check on there. Doesn't say anything. Like that was her opportunity right there. Doesn't say anything. Then we have a two-party hearing on January 8th, 2024, when I'm in custody, come up in there in handcuffs and chains. And it's like a 6-hour all day hearing in which she can bring up this alleged grape at any time. Doesn't mention it. She only mentions being raped for the first time on after I go to the Medfield police and report her for wiretapping me because she illegally recorded me without my consent with a Ring camera in her bedroom that I had no idea was there and on. She informed me of it in messages, and you know, what was I going to say? You know, I'm like, I mean, it's illegal. I mean, wish you told me. You know, what I mean, like, at least get my good side. Like, if you know, it's different when you're on video. You know what I mean? You're gonna perform. You gotta spice it up a bit. You know, but and it's just violating. You gotta tell a person that. So I go to them. I tell them about this. Detective Haldeman calls her in and asks her about it, and then she goes as a defense mechanism. Oh, I was raped, and she's like, she claims in her lawsuit that she told them that they're the ones who told her she was raped. And they ask her, which is untrue, it's on any police report, and that she tells them, I don't want to press charges on him. Like, what? So that didn't happen at all. Anyway, so now Dylan Haldeman is being sued because he gave the police report, as is his duty to do, to the special prosecutor who requested it as part of discovery. Okay, they have to give that over. And so she's suing him. She's suing Cosgrove for giving us the police report unredacted because she claims it's a confidential rape report, except no charges of rape were filed at all. And of course, it's not confidential or anything like that. She's getting her legal advice, of course, from Krusty and Grant GPT. Grant GPT probably wrote this whole thing because this just has she wouldn't know the formatting for this or anything like that. It's 91 pages. And Grant's doing this, of course, because Grant thinks that he's going to get, that one day she's going to wake up and realize that, oh yeah, she's had a lot of bad guys before. Every guy ends up beating her up and violating a restraining order on him. They have to go to jail, but it's just bad luck on her part. And eventually she's going to realize that she doesn't want the bad boy anymore, right? Eventually she's going to realize that she wants the good boy. She wants the incel. And it's just going to dawn on her one day, oh my God, it's been right in front of me this whole time. The love of my life. Grande. There he is. Like he was there the whole time, and I didn't realize that like how much I loved him and that he cared for me because I was just being superficial, and I just wanted the Intimidator and Frankie and other guys that I put in jail. Like that's what I really wanted. But Grande was right there for the whole time, and she could have been Mrs. Grande. Exactly. And Grant is going to put his sour cream in a fish taco, says Broken Baker. He wishes. I don't think that's going to happen, no matter how many of these. But that is what he's holding out for here. And that's all what the falling out has been with Krusty, apparently, is that Krusty's smart enough to realize that Grande's a moron who doesn't know anything and just wants to bang the fake victim and his advisor as such, and she has sided with Grande. So she has sided with Grande in that dispute, and so that is what their falling out is apparently over. But they have this mutual bond over a hatred of Turtle Boy that will always kind of unite them and pull them together when times are tough. This is normal. I mean, this is a normal. These are adults, by the way, in their like late 30s. But anyway, so yeah, there it is. Is Sean of the Gulf still spreading stuff about New Jersey? Twisted tragedies, he say. So I don't get my news from Twitter. some people were like, oh, no, the trolls were like, oh, he has a court hearing in New Jersey on September 8th at 9 o'clock or something in Paterson, New Jersey. That's what people told me. With that woman, Donna Salvato, or AKA Donna Bisbal, the scammer who was selling FKR merch, claiming that she was donating half her profits to the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund. Never donated before the trial ended, ever. And also was selling stuff with my likeness on it, claiming she was donating to my legal defense fund. Never did. And so I wrote about her and her scamming ways, and she applied for a criminal complaint against me that went nowhere. She also applied for a restraining order or whatever, a harassment order, whatever they call them in New Jersey, and apparently got a temporary one, they claim. I have not seen this. I have not been sent this. I don't get my news from Twisted Charities or other Twitter accounts. I get them like I get legal documents from the police or the courts. So how this works is they claim that there was a temporary one granted because anyone can get a temporary one by going in front of a judge and making shit up. But then it was supposed to go to a two-party hearing in which you get to be heard and they don't just get to spew bullshit or whatever. So I go there, right? I'm supposed to go to court, they claim, for this two-party hearing on September 8th. But you have to get served. Like the police have to come. How this works is whatever town she's in would then, or whatever court, let's say Paterson court, would have to send my police department, the Holden Police, a copy of the summons to appear in court. And they would serve me and say, you have a court appearance on this day. This is a temporary order. You're not to speak to this woman, blah, 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 blah. That never happened. They never showed up. So clearly not, and they would have to if something was sent to them. So clearly nothing was sent to the Holden Police Department, which makes me wonder if this was real or not. That's why I don't respond to Twitter law school. Like I don't do that. So I did not want to go to Paterson, New Jersey. I would have if I had to. Bettero of course, lives there and is barred there, so he would represent me. But if you don't get, sent a summons, then you have no official legal duty to respond. There's nothing to respond to. I don't get my news from Twitter. I don't get served on Twitter by Twisted Charities. I get served by the police. That's how it's supposed to work. So I have not heard anything that happened. I still haven't been served with anything. I'm assuming she lost if it actually happened or this never happened. Who knows? I have no idea. It's not my problem. So basically nothing has happened. Another lie from Sean of the Gulf. There we go. Okay. She would have to pay to serve me. I didn't know. No, I don't think so. I think they'll do it for free. I've never had to pay to have someone served. The courts do that. Why was Sean of the Gulf involved? Because these boomer ladies go to him for legal advice, and he's a fucking moron. And he just kind of loves low-key behind the scenes attempting to stifle me. It just never works. All right, let me keep up with the comments here. Let me read some comments. She doesn't have to pay to serve me. Nah, because I didn't have to pay to have Krusty served or other people like that. The courts will do that. You have to pay to have someone served for a lawsuit. Like if you sue somebody, that will, you have to pay whatever fees to have somebody, like a constable, come to their house. But when it comes to a restraining order, the court will send that to you. The court will send that to your local police department. Yes, it was a real lawsuit, Jamie. That's correct. It was a real lawsuit. Unfortunately, my life is very real. The things that happen in my life are outlandish, ridiculous, could be featured in the movie, and they will. But it's very real, the things that happened to me, unfortunately. I would have gone to court in Paterson and held my signs. Okay. Let's see. I'm a victim of Donald, and says a lot of you guys are. Anybody who bought stuff from her, assuming that it would go to the Karen Reed Legal Defense Fund, has been scammed by her, I would argue. Oh, really, the victim, I guess, would be Karen Reed herself, because she was scammed by this. Mega Motion. It's not going to be before the Wilbur, but should be before you know it. Hopefully next week. We'll see. Turtle Boy, did you live in Southwest at UMass? Yeah, I lived in Southwest, one of the towers called Coolidge for 1 year, and then a low rise called Emerson for one semester. And then I was in a fraternity, so I just moved into there and lived there for the next 2.5 years. Let's see. Do you think Grant and Lindsay ever hooked up? No, no. I mean, he's down. He's 100% down. My question is, has he made a move? Like, has he ever? Do you guys ever think Grande has moved in for the kiss and gotten the whole like that thing, or where it's just so awkward? And like, oh fuck, misjudged this one. Do you think that's happened? Do you think he's gone for the kiss? That's the one I don't know. And she's like turned away, or I can't even imagine him doing that. Like, I can't even imagine him being like bold enough to try that. I think he's expecting one day that she's just gonna run into his arms and initiate the kiss himself. You know, you were a nerd living in Sylvan. Sylvan was fucking far away. I don't know how many people live there. I was way far away. Okay. Why won't the judge unpound anything? Doesn't want to. You'd have to read the ruling, but it sounds like he doesn't want to embarrass them. Is Monica Cannon Grant? Yeah, she's got her trial coming up in October. I'll definitely be attending that. Okay. Melanie read an article you wrote about the 7-year-old girl who was thrown off the bridge. You covered it back in 2017. No cameras in the courtroom. You wrote about. Yeah, I was thinking about going down to that courthouse today and watching some of that trial. I still might do it. I got a little work to do, but I could go down there and just catch some of that trial, the Joshua Hubert trial. But apparently, there's more to it. This was set 8 years ago. Dude, a 7-year-old girl was thrown off a bridge on the Worcester Shrewsbury line on 290 on the highway. It's a big bridge, it's tall, and swam to shore. And her parents' friend, her dad's friend, Joshua Hubert, was arrested for it. He supposedly picked her up at her grandma's house at 3:45 in the morning while she was sleeping and wrapped her up in a blanket, choked her, and then a rape charge was added in 2022 or something like that. Like something crazy. And then he threw her off the bridge and she swam to shore. That's the allegation. It's a crazy allegation. And that's just wild. But apparently, according to Melanie, I have not looked into this. She said that the father, who she has not spoken to apparently in 5 years, the girl's 15 now. I'm told that she has not spoken to the father in 5 years. Supposedly, the father's sperm was found on the girl's underpants. Like, what? That's crazy. So I have not followed this case as I should. I totally forgot about this case. I'm like, oh, the guy that threw the girl off the bridge. And I took the position that this guy's a scumbag because he was charged with throwing a girl off a bridge, but maybe there's more to it. I don't know. They got him on tape, they got him on tape. Like, she was in the fucking trunk of his car, apparently. Like, it's crazy. So anyway, Melanie was covering this yesterday. Melanie started covering this yesterday. So that trial is going on in Worcester right now. They denied Court TV's application to be in the courtroom, so I would have to go down and actually watch it if I'm going to do that. So I might go down. Maybe I'll go do that. I feel like the daughter is blocking out the trauma regarding her dad. Yeah, I don't know. She testified yesterday, the 15-year-old. I think the whole story doesn't make sense. Have you seen the bridge? I don't understand how she lived. I have seen a bridge. That's a big fucking bridge. It's the I-290 bridge in Worcester. Like, I've been to the top of it. Like, if I jumped off that, I'd be fucking scared. Never mind at 4 in the morning, a 7-year-old wrapped in a blanket. She swam to the Shrewsbury side, and somebody found her there. Melanie said that Hubert was supposed to speak out against the police in a trial 2 days later. Really? Well, I mean, I remember this story. I don't have my old Facebook page, so I don't have all the messages, but people definitely messaged me about this. Like, and I'm almost positive I spoke to someone in his family when I wrote this. Like, that was 2017. That was a big year for Turtle Boy. I blew up on Facebook that year. I don't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, again, I have questions. Not to sound like BLT, but I have questions. All right, maybe I should just get dressed and go to court. Maybe I'll do that. Story doesn't make sense. Yeah, maybe I'll go do that today. I mean, I gotta get ready for the Wilbur show, but all right, guys. Anyway, it's in Worcester Superior Courthouse. So anyway, all right, guys. I'm gonna go get my day started, but we will see you guys on tonight for the live show and 3 more days to the Wilbur, folks. Go get your tickets if you haven't got them. There's like 80 something left. All right. Peace, Turtle Riders.
It calls for data